the gala. At the gala, in the garden, I'm going to see them all. All the creatures, I'll befriend them at the gala. All the birdies and the critters, they will love me big and small. We'll become good friends forever, right here at the gala.
Dreams will come true right here at the gala.
At the gala, I will sell them all my apple-tastic treats. Hungry ponies, they will buy them caramel apples, apple sweets. And I'll earn a lot of money for the apple family.
Dreams and our hopes from now until hereafter. All that we've been wishing for will happen at the gala.
At the gala of the royals, they will meet fair rarity. They will see I'm just as regal at the gala. I will find him, my Prince Charming, and how gallant he will be. He will treat me like a lady tonight at the gala.
This is what we waited for, to have the best night ever. Each of us will live our dreams tonight at the gala. At the gala.
Been dreaming, I've been waiting to fly with those brave ponies. The Wonderbolts, their daring tricks, spinning round and having kicks. Perform for crowds of thousands, they'll shower us with diamonds. The Wonderbolts will see me right here at the gala.
Happy ever after. Finally we'll all come true right here at the grand gala. At the gala.
I am here at the grand gala, for it is the best party. But the one thing it was missing was a pony named Twinkie. For I am the best at parties, all the ponies will agree. Ponies playing, ponies dancing with me at the grand gala.
At the gala. At the gala.
At the gala with the princess is where I'm going to be. We will talk all about magic and what I've learned and seen. It is going to be so special as she takes time just for me.
Into the gala we must go, we're ready now, we're all aglow. Into the gala, let's go in and have the best night ever. Into the gala, now's the time, we're ready and we look divine.
Into the gala, meet new friends. Into the gala, sell some apples. Into the gala, find my prince. Prove I'm great as a Wonderbolt. You need to sell, to find, to prove, to woo, to talk.
Into the gala, and we'll have the best night ever. At the gala.
Welcome to the Geek BAH Reviews. I'm the Geek BAH Brent here with the My Little Pony Season End Special. I finally got to the end of Season 1 last night, and I watched a little bit of Season 2 as well. But this is focusing on the final episode of Season 1, Episode 26, The Best Night Ever. So let's start with saying what I thought about the show so far, going all the way back to Episode 1, Friendship is Magic Part 1. The two-part opening to this series was genius. It really was. You had a clear villain with a clear motive. You had a lot of history with the villain that's talked about. And it's just wonderful. And I mean, you have Twilight meeting all her new friends, and you see her as sort of like, not shy or timid, but as this very seclusive person, or pony, rather. She's very seclusive, she keeps to herself a lot, but, I mean, she doesn't hate every other pony, she just isn't a social butterfly. And you see her meet the other ponies at this point, and in episode 2, you see how they become more attached to each other, and they go on this adventure through the Everfree Forest to find the elements of harmony to stop Nightmare Moon. And it's a wonderful episode, and you really see each pony for who they are. And, I mean, with one pony on that note, you pretty much almost never see this kind of thing again. And that's Rarity with her generosity. Although there is sort of one moment in a future episode in which Rarity generously supports Fluttershy even though she's insanely jealous of her. And I mean, that's good, but it's nothing like this where Rarity cuts off her own tail to help someone. And you know how Rarity is with her looks and everything, so sorry about that. But so from those first 2 episodes, I was pretty much hooked. I had to see more. And needless to say, everything after that was kind of disappointing. I mean, there was still a lot of great stuff going on, but it just wasn't as good. But like I said, it wasn't bad. There are a lot of great episodes with great messages, great characters, a lot of stuff. I mean, there's the Dragon Shy episode. That's enough. That's great enough for the entire season. But one thing I really didn't like about this season is that the main conflict came at the beginning, with Nightmare Moon and everything, and she was defeated at the beginning. I don't like that. I think that the final battle should always come at the end of the season, or even prolong it even further. And when they do it at the beginning, and then the rest of the season was basically leading up to the end, and it was leading up to the Grand Galloping Gala, which is this big party held in Canterlot. And yeah, I mean, wow. You have the main conflict, you have the main villain right at the beginning. Throughout the rest of the show, you really don't have any real villains. I mean, even, what's her face? Even the Griffin, Gilda, wasn't a real villain. She was just a jerky, I guess, teenager, if you want. Their ages are never mentioned. But, yeah, there's really not a lot to go on for the rest of this season. And they're just random episodes with random, points to them. But there are quite a few episodes that seem to be building up to the gala, such as Rarity, the episode where Rarity is making the dresses for the gala. So pretty much the entire season is them preparing. Now, there's a few episodes I want to go over that are my personal favorites. First off is Friendship is Magic Part 2, the second episode in the season. This, in my opinion, is just a great episode. I mean, it starts off right off the bat with, continuing from the first part, with Nightmare Moon declaring that it's going to be eternal night in Equestria. And Twilight Sparkle and her friends have to go into the Everfree Forest and find the elements of harmony and basically put a stop to it. And they do. And it's a really great episode. You see a lot of things going on with each of the ponies. You see how every one of them pretty much embodies their specific element. And it's just a really wonderful episode that really, I think it really brings you into things a lot more than the first one did, because this one is where you really get introduced to the certain characters a lot more, and who they are, and what they do, and how they act, and whatnot. It's a really great episode, and the payoff at the end with Princess Celestia's younger sister being revealed as Nightmare Moon is just a really wonderful thing. There's only one thing I really felt that should have been done with this, is that pretty much from this point on, Princess Luna, Celestia's younger sister, and Nightmare Moon is never seen again. At the end, it pretty much says that Celestia forgave Luna, and everything's going to be okay from this point on, but you never see Luna again. It's like, where'd she go? What happened to her? I just don't know. So, continuing on, my next favorite episode is episode 7, Dragon Shy. And I'm a huge Fluttershy fan. I love Fluttershy. I really do. And Dragon Shy brought this to a new light, because, I mean, a dragon's in a nearby cave, and his smoky, snoring breath is covering Ponyville. So they all have to go up to stop him, or just even ask him nicely to go. However, Fluttershy is completely terrified of dragons, not counting Spike because he's only a baby. Despite being so good with animals, she just is terrified of dragons and doesn't even want to trek up the mountain. This makes the journey difficult for everyone, and eventually she hides behind a rock as everybody else is trying to get the dragon out in their own specific ways. Eventually, Fluttershy sees that the dragon is hurting her friends, and she loses it. She just snaps and starts scolding the dragon, and the dragon starts crying and cowering. It's hilarious. And at the same time, it shows that Fluttershy is willing to shed her nice pony skin. She's willing to go all out for her friends, and I love that. And Fluttershy's angry face is awesome.